Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video on the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the full Double Blaze set. Yep, we're going to do it all. It is the biggest set, so this is going to be an extremely long video, so strap yourself in, get some popcorn, get a drink. You're going to need it because there are a lot of cards in this set that we need to go through, we need to have a talk about. And we're going to do so in today's video. So, without further ado and wasting any more time, let's go and jump straight over to it. So, let's go. Okay, so let's do this. Let's talk Double Blaze and let's go through every single card in this set. We're going to do it. We're going to go for it. So, let's go. Let's go straight in. So, Oddish. Hello, Oddish. How you doing, buddy? So, we've got Oddish right here. Looks pretty cool. So this is a 50 HP version of Oddish with the attack Stun Spore and Seed Bomb. You can see all that written there. So pretty interesting because obviously we're probably going to be getting the full lineup. We've also got another Oddish here with 60 HP, but it's a knitted one. This one's probably my favourite artwork. Always love the knitted ones. Always very, very cool. This one's got the attack for 1 grass, Hook, for just 10 damage. Moving on, we've then got Gloom right here. Looks pretty cool. With an ability, the ability Irresistible Scent. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, your opponent reveals their hand. Put one basic Pokemon you find there onto your opponent's bench. Okay, I mean, that could be pretty cool because if they do have maybe a Lele in hand and you place it down, they can't use the ability. And you've just wasted some of their field space, which is very, very cool. We've then also got, for 1 grass and colourless, we've got Drool. Okay. We then have a Vileplume, which will be a holo in the set there. It does have an ability, the ability Variety Pollen. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, you may reveal your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, sorry, you may leave, not reveal. Leave your opponent's active Pokemon either poisoned, burned, asleep, or confused. Choose one. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. The attack as well, 2 grass, 1 colourless for Giant Bloom, 90 damage and heal 30 from this Pokemon, so not bad. We then get a clay animation of the beautiful Venonat. Don't know which one I'm probably going to go with the set because there will be 2 of these. This one, I don't know, I quite like this one, but the other one I think has a pretty decent attack, but I just like the look of this one. So for 1 grass we've got Psybeam. So that's 10 damage and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. We then get a Venomoth as well, so not the GX. We will be still getting the GX. So we'll get 2 Venonats, 2 Venomoths, 1 normal and 1 GX. So this is a normal one. So for 1 colourless, we've got Assassin Flight. You can use this attack only if your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition. This attack does 90 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Okay, that's not bad because maybe for example it's poisoned, so it's getting some poison off on that, but then you're hitting the bench, and 90 damage isn't bad. I mean, there are several Pokemon that I can think of that can get knocked out for 90, so that is pretty nice. Nice little sniping Pokemon right there. I do quite like that, so I might have to run maybe like a 3-1 for the Venomoth GX Venomoth, obviously 3 GX, so that's pretty cool. We got Reshiram and Charizard GX, which we've already checked out on the channel. We then move into Growlithe. Looks pretty cool. So for 1 fire we got Live Coal, 10 damage, and then for 2 fire we got Combustion for 30 damage. Evolving then into Arcanine right here. Looks very, very cool. It will be a holo in the set. 3 fire Grand Flame, 120 damage. Attach 2 fire energy from the fire energy cards from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So a nice way of doing quite a bit of damage and also powering up the bench. And then for 4 fire, we got Heat Tackle, 190 damage, but this Pokemon does 50 to itself. We then are getting another Darumaka. Looks very, very cool there. So for 1 colourless, we got Flame Charge, 10 damage, and search your deck for 1 fire energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. And then for 2 colourless, we have got Flop for 20 damage. We then have Darmanitan, which looks pretty cool. 1 colourless for Find Wildfire. Search your deck for up to 3 fire energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. And then for 2 fire, we got Flare Blitz, 110 damage. Discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon. But you can get it back pretty quickly, so there is that. We then get a Volcanion right here, which looks pretty cool. This will be a holo in the set. So for 1 fire, we have Flare Starter. Search your deck for a fire energy card, reveal it, and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. If you're the player going second on your first turn, you may search for 3 fire energy cards instead and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. So nice way of setting up for a early game. 2 fire, we've got High Heat Blow, 50 plus damage. If 4 or more fire energy are attached to your Pokemon in play, this attack does 60 more damage. That's 110 if you've got that little extra bit done. So not bad. We then have Litten. Looks very cool. I like this one. 1 fire for Singe. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. And then we've also got another one right here. And this has 60 HP. So for 1 colour, so we got Cat Day. Draw a card. This Pokemon is now asleep. And then for a fire and double colours, we've got Big Bite. 60 damage. A defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. We then have a Torracat right here. Looks pretty cool. So for 1 fire, we have Fire Fang. 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. And then we move into the Incineroar. Looks pretty cool. Ability Strong Yell. Your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. You can't use more than... Okay. So it's just doing a little bit more damage, but that is pretty cool, getting that ability going. Obviously you're going Strong Yell, and that's 30 more damage. You can only use 1 at a time. That's fair enough. And then for fire and colours, we got Flamethrower, 90 damage, discard an energy from this Pokemon. We then have Salandit as well. So we have got, for 1 fire, we got Grass Fire. Interesting. Discard a grass energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That could be quite annoying if you go against grass. If not, congratulations, you've done barely anything. We then have a Salazzle right here with an ability, but this does look really, really cool. Ability, we got Roast Reveal, or Roost Reveal maybe. Roast? No, that's Roast. Once during your turn, you may discard a fire energy from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. That's pretty cool. Nice little draw engine there. Definitely like that one. And then for a fire and colours, we've got Combustion for 60 damage. So there we go. We then have a Baby Blacephalon, one of the Ultra Beasts. So for 1 fire, we got a Brazier. I guess that's what it says. So for 10 plus damage, flip over one of your face down prize cards. If that card is a fire energy, this attack does 50 more damage. Okay, fair enough. And then that prize card remains face up. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So you can see what you're doing bit by bit by bit. Okay. But it's just 10 damage, so meh. Then for 3 fire, we got Fireball Circus, 50 times damage. Discard any number of fire energy cards from your hand. This attack does 50 damage for each card discarded in this way. Not bad. Moving into the water types now, we've got Poliwag. Looks pretty interesting. Looks like he's underwater there with some. It's not a tadpole. What are they called? Leapfrogs sit on them. Lily pads. There they are. Ability Round and Round. You can use this ability if you go second and only on your first turn. Once during your first turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon confused. Oh, okay. And then for 1 water, we've got Watering for 10 damage. And then moving on a little bit down, we do have another Poliwag coming out of the lily pads. Call for family. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. Then shuffle your deck. You can also search for... What's a WPM? Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. So that's just a load of rubbish. Fine. Right, okay. So moving on then, we do have Poliwhirl. Right there. So for 1 water, we got Bubble. 20 damage, flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralysed. And then for double colours, we got Knuckle Punch for 40 damage. We then have Poliwrath that doesn't want to open. That's fine, we'll read the moves as it loads. Double colours for Knuckle Punch, 50 damage. And then for water and double colours, we've got Whirlpool Rush, 90 plus damage. If you have a Poliwag and Poliwhirl on your bench, it does 90 more damage. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's continue. Poliwrath is now working. We now have it working. So there's Poliwrath right there. Looks pretty cool. Then we move down to Seal as well with 80 HP. Double colours for Horn Attack, 30 damage. Evolving into Dugong, which does look pretty cool. I like that. I like the effect of the water as well. So for double colours, we got Tail Whap for 60 damage. And then for a triple colours, we got Dual Blizzard. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 60 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. That's not bad. That is not bad. We then have Krabby. Looks very, very cool. One colour, so we've got Stampede for 10 damage, and then we've got Water and colours for Vice Grip for 20 damage. Moving into Kingler there, I do like this, like that water splashback in the background, that's very cool. So for Water and double colours, we've got Bubble Beam, 80 damage, flip a coin if heads your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralysed. And then for Water and triple colours, we've got Massive Rend for just 130 damage, but for 4 energies, 130? Methinks no! We then only have one lightning Pokemon in this set in particular, which is Stunfisk, with some Goomies in the background, which isn't in the set surprisingly, but who knows, we might see them in the future. With this same sort of artwork design and then a Stunfisk in the background, you never know. One colours for Lightning Strike, 30 damage. This attack does 10 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. Oh, right. Okay. And then for double colours, we've got Zap Trap, 30 times damage. This attack does 30 damage for each of your Pokemon with damage counters on them. Ah, that's why that comes in handy. Okay. Okay, not bad. So you could possibly be doing 150 there for double colours, which isn't bad. Isn't bad indeed. We then have Alola Muck, Muck and Alola Muck GX right there, which we have checked out on the channel already. Moving into Ghastly right here. Looks as if we're getting 2 Ghastlys. This is a 40 HP one. Ability, Increase Spite. When this Pokemon is knocked out, search your deck for 2 Haunters and put them onto your bench. Oh, that is nice. I like that. I do like that. That is great. Double colours then for Will-O-Wisp for 20 damage. The other Ghastly here has 60 HP. Although I'd probably be wanting to use the other one for that ability. I'm sorry, but that is great. So for 1 Psychic Smog, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Boom. Speaking of Haunter, there is Haunter right there. Looks as if he's coming out of a tree, maybe? So for 1 Psychic, we got Sinister Fog. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Right. Okay. That's not bad. And then we do have Gengar as well. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, when the Ghastly gets knocked out, you put 2 Haunters on your bench. Then your turn would obviously start, and then bang, you can literally then probably just Gengar straight away because the Haunters have been on the bench since your opponent's turn. So I guess you could just literally just boom, straight evolve up. That is not bad actually. I like it. I do like it. We then, obviously, we'll go through the attacks and abilities as well, of course. Ability, Shadow Pain. You can use this ability once during your turn. When you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon, put 6 damage counters on your opponent's GX or EX in any way you like. Okay, but it's only EX and GXs, okay. Then for triple colours, we've got Twilight Poison, 70 damage. And your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned and asleep. Although, guess what? This guy's got 0 retreat. Boom! That's pretty nice. Coughing with the Team Rocket in the background right there. Foul Odor, both active Pokemon are now confused. Bang. Straight up. That's great. Wheezing with the ability as well. So the ability, Detention Gas. At any time between turns, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon. Ooh, that's not bad. And then for a double colours, we've got Scatter Sludge, 40 damage, I can't read that. This attack does 20 damage, there it is, to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Okay, so that works pretty well together. We then have a Mewtwo, which looks pretty cool. Ability Mind Report. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto the bench during your turn, you may choose a supporter card in your discard pile, show it to your opponent, and put it onto the top of your deck. Okay, that's not bad. Possibly getting ready for the next turn, or maybe you've got an acro bike or something, or a judge's whistle, and bang, straight away. That's not bad. And then for a Psychic Double Colours, we've got Psycho Shock for 70 damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Beautiful. Then we have a Mew Hollow as well. Looks pretty cool. Ability Bench Barrier. Prevent all damage done to your benched Pokemon by damage from your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. I like it. I just do. I like it. It doesn't stop, obviously, things such as Shrine of Punishment, because it does say opponent's active attacks. So, there is that. And then for 1 colour, so we've got Psycho Power. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Might be able to get a nice little KO from that. We then have Misdreavus right here. So for 1 Psychic, we got Ominous Eyes. Put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then we move into Mismagius right here. Very cool. So the ability, Mysterious Message. Once during your turn, you may knock out this Pokemon. If you do, draw cards from your deck until you have 7 cards in your hand. That is pretty cool. It has to be said, if you're running very low on cards, you've got your Mismagius and you're like, knock it out. But when it says you knock it out, does that mean your opponent gets prize cards? Or are you literally just going, Mysterious Message, dunk? I guess not, because your opponent obviously has to knock it out. But you never know. I wouldn't expect so, because obviously if you play maybe 4 or so of these and keep doing this again and again, and possibly a rescue stretcher them back, yeah, it's something I'm definitely going to have to keep an eye on, but I think it's pretty cool. I like the ability. And then for Psychic and Double Colours, we've got Hypnotic Wave. 70 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. We then move into Esper right here, which has the move Cat Day. Oh, I've seen this several times now. 1 colours, draw a card, your Pokemon is now asleep. And then we've got Psychic Double Colours for Urkinis? Whatever that is. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each damage counter on that Pokemon. Okay. And then we've got Meowstic as well. It's pretty cool. Another Cat Day, draw 3 cards. This Pokemon is now asleep. And then for Psychic Double Colours, we've got Perplexing Eyes. 70 damage. The defending Pokemon's weakness is now Psychic until the end of your next turn. Ooh, that's not bad. That's pretty cool, because then obviously you can hit them for weakness then. That's pretty cool. We then have Marshadow and Machamp GX Tag Team, which we've already checked out on the channel. We then move into Diglett with a nice little Giovanni right in the background there. I wonder what supporter we're going to be getting. Oh look, this spoils it. Ability, Underground Work. If this Pokemon is discarded by the effect of Giovanni's Exile. Ooh, what's that? Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Okay. For 1 fighting, we got Hook for 10 damage. Well, the ability, I think, says it all. Then we have Doug Trio. So we got one fighting for Home Ground, 30 plus damage. If you have a Stadium card in play, this attack does 60 more damage. So that's 90 damage for 1 energy. Ooh, that's not bad. Cubone looks very, very nice indeed. I like this one. So for 1 colour, so we've got Focus Energy. During your next turn, this Pokemon's beat attack base damage is 80. Ooh, that's not bad. And then, of course, for 1 colour, so we've got Beat for just 10 damage, or if you do this before 80. That's not bad. We then have Marowak with some Team Rockets right in the background, possibly ready to capture him, or her. So for 1 fighting, we've got Bone Rush, 50 times damage. Flip a coin until you get Tails. This attack does 50 damage for each Heads. And then for triple colours, we've got Assault Boom. 70 plus damage if your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it. This attack does 70 more damage. That's 140 damage. Yes, please. That's not bad. We then move into Rhyhorn. There he is, right there. 80 damage on this one. Push down, 20 damage. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched. And then we have another one right here with several other attacks. So for a double colours, we've got Horn Attack for 30 damage. And then for a fighting 3 colours, we've got Boulder Crush, 80 damage. And that's got 90 HP. We then have Rhydon right here with another Giovanni in the background there. I wonder if he's going to be a card in this set. So for double colours, we've got Dirty Work. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. If you played Giovanni's Exile from your hand during this turn, discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck instead of 1. Oof, that is not bad indeed. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, and also for one fighting and 3 colours, we have got Horn Attack for 90 damage. And then we have Rhyperior as well. So for fighting double colours, we've got Massive Cannon, 90 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. And then for a fighting triple colours, we've got Break Ground, 160 damage. This attack does 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Oof, that's interesting. Ooh, we're getting Tyrogue. We are getting a Tyrogue. Very cool. Ability, Playful Kick. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Either way, your turn now ends. Okay. We then have a Landorus, which looks to be a holo in the set. So for a fighting, we've got Linear Attack. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then for fighting colours, we've got Power Cyclone. 60 damage, moving energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. We then have a Crabrawler. So for double colours, we've got Corkscrew Punch, 20 damage. And then for fighting double colours, we've got Knuckle Bomber, 30 plus damage. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage. That's 90 there. Not a huge amount for just 3 energies. That will then evolve into Crabominable, which does look very, very cool. So for two colours, we got Fight Alone, 30 plus damage. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have. Ooh, that's not bad. Wow, that is actually pretty cool. And then fighting double colours, we got Magnum Punch for 80 damage. Definitely that first attack there for the DCE, I think that's going to be pretty cool. We've already checked out Murkrow. We've already checked out Honchkrow GX. So they're on the channel already. So moving down, we've then got Spiritomb, which will be a holo in this set. So the ability, we've got Building Spite. Once during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. And then for 1 dark, we've got Anguished Scream. 10 plus damage. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Now, bearing in mind it only has 60 HP, it is a holo in the set, but for that ability alone, to be able to put the damage counters on ready for the attack, that is pretty cool indeed. I definitely like that. And it has no weakness or resistance. So there is that. Moving down, we have Sandile, a nice clay animation one right there. So the ability, Intimidating Fang, as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage done to your Pokemon by attacks of your opponent's Pokemon is reduced by 20. Pokemon, 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 Pokemon. 4 Pokemons. Wow. And then for 1 dart, we got Gnaw for 10 damage. That has 60 HP, whereas this Sandile has 70 HP. And this is a triple colours attack here, Swaggering Fang. So for 30 damage, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, during your next turn, this Pokemon's attacks do an additional 120 damage. Wow, okay. Very luck-based, but okay. We then have Krokorok. Right there. Holding a boulder, maybe? So 1 darkness, we got Bite for 10 damage. 20 damage, can't read that. Triple colourless, we got Corner, 50 damage. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. Then we have got Crocodile. Haven't seen this since Sun and Moon, I believe. That was when the last time we saw this one. So this one for triple colours, we got Gobble Gobble Panic. So 50 times damage. This attack does 50 damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Ooh, that is not bad. Yes, I like it. And then for a dark triple colours, we got Crunch, 100 damage. Discard 1 energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not bad. It's 100 damage for that, but the energy getting rid of is not bad as well. Moving into the fairy types now, we've got Jigglypuff. So for a double colours, we've got Ball Roll. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 20 damage times the number of heads. Then we have Wigglytuff right here. Big fat Wigglytuff. So for one colour, we've got Ball Polish. Choose 3 energy cards from your discard pile, show them to your opponent, and then put them in your hand. And then for 3 colours, we've got Sleepy Ball. 80 damage, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. We then have a Cleffer. The ability Hustle Draw. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If head, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Either way, your turn now ends. Not bad. Very, very cool. We've also got Cottony, which we've already checked out on the channel, as well as that Whimsicott GX as well. We've seen that one as well. Followed up by Meowth, which we've already had a look at on the channel. But we are followed by a normal Persian. The ability Cat's Gathering. Each of your Pokemon in play with a Cat Day attack pay no energy to use their attacks. This isn't bad actually. I think that's pretty cool because some of the other attacks as well, like I think there was Psychic Colorless. So that could be pretty cool having that ability in play ready to go. For triple Colorless as well, we've got Claw Swipe for 90 damage with a retreat of nothing. So that's pretty cool. Persian GX, we've checked that out on the channel. Moving down, keep going with the colourlesses. We've got Doduo right here. So for one colourless, we've got Peck for 10 damage, and then for a double colourless, we've got Double Peck. Oh, I wonder why. 20 times damage, flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage times the number of heads. We move into Dodrio then. Look at that, that looks awesome. So we've got double colourless for Tri Attack, flip 3 coins. This attack does 60 damage times the number of heads. Nice. And then for double colourless again, we've got Accelerating Stab, 90 damage. This attacks, this Pokemon can't use this attack during your next turn, but you can still use Tri Attack. That's pretty nice. Moving on, we then got Porygon with 50 HP. So for one colourless, we've got Digi-Charge, flip 3 coins. For each heads, search your deck for an energy card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Another colourless, we've got Sharp Point for 10 damage. Moving down then, we've got a Porygon with 60 HP. So for a colourless, we've got Quick Draw, draw a card. And then double colourless, we've got Ram for 20 damage. Very nice. We then have Porygon 2, which I love this artwork. It looks so, so cool. So for one colourless, we've got Double Draw, draw 2 cards. And then double colourless, we've got Spinning Attack for just 30 damage. Yikes. But we then have a Porygon Z, which looks great with all those little flower petals going around it. This will be a holo in the set. So, what have we got? Ability, Crazy Code. You may use this ability as many times as you like during your turn. Attach a special energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Attach a special energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. You can use this as many times as you want. This is great. This is fantastic. We're talking double colourless. We're talking the rainbow energies. We're talking the unit energies as well. This thing's going to be great. Really is going to be awesome. Then for triple colours, we've got Tantrum for 120 damage, and then that Pokemon is then confused. But the ability alone, I think, is really, really good for this. Very, very good. We're getting a Snorlax holo as well, which does look pretty cool. Ability Power Lunch. During your turn, you may heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. And then for triple colours, we've got Big Counter, 60 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a tag team, this attack does 120 more damage. That's 180 damage. Wow, that's not bad. 2 more Pokemon, and then we move on to the tools. We have got Happiny right here. Looks great. Ability Playhouse Heal. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. Either way, your turn ends now. Very much happens with these baby Pokemon. Chat Up being the last Pokemon right here. So for one colour, we've got Mimic. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of cards in your opponent's hand. And then one colour for Tone Deaf. We've got 10 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Not bad indeed. So, moving into the items and trainers now. So we won't obviously check out the ones that are duplicates, but we got Escape Rope in this set. there was this thing called Zag Pickle. Now, I think this thing is now called like Pick Ice Axe or something like that. But what does it do? Look at the top 3 cards of either player's deck and choose one of them. That player shuffles the other cards back into their deck, then put the card you chose on the top of that deck. Probably do it with your own, not your opponent's, because that could be quite awkward. Could be quite disruptive, but awkward. We've also got Ultra Ball, Rare Candy, then several others here. So, what have we got? We have got Fire Crystal right here. What does this thing do? Put 3 energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Boom. And this is an item as well. So Fire Crystal, if you've been discarding stuff from attacks, then you can just grab them all back. Happy days. So I do like that one. We've also got this little fella right here, which is a Dusk Stone. Now what does this do? Because I think this could be pretty interesting. If you have a Pokemon in play that evolves into Mismagius, Honchkrow, Chandelure, or Aegislash, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon, including a Pokemon GX, and put it on to that Pokemon to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. Now what this basically means is for example, we do have Mismagius and we do have Honchkrow in this set. But this means that we can basically turn one evolve into a Mismagius or the Honchkrow GX straight away. Because we've got the one in play, and you're searching for something that evolves into it, so you're obviously going to search your deck for a Mismagius or a Honchkrow. The Dusk Stone is basically like a really weird rare candy, although you don't really need the last evolution. But, or you do need the last evolution, but you don't have to, run everything, but it's pretty cool. I do like it. I think it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. We then, of course we have Giovanni's Exile. I mean, we haven't hinted about that at all in this. So choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon with no damage counters on them. Boom. Discard those Pokemon and all cards attached to them. Great. So we could be discarding stuff like Tapu Lele, which you could have actually Tapu Lele for a Giovanni's Exile. But then you've got stuff like the Rhydon and also that Diglett with the ability that allows you to get rid of cards in your opponent's deck, basically. That, I think, could be a really good deck to, like, completely do a bit of, like, a Giovanni's, like, pile of loveliness. So you've got stuff like Persian, which, of course, Giovanni is very much famous for. The Rhydon, the Diglett. Those 3 could be a great deck without Giovanni's Exile. Maybe a Tapu Lele if you wanted to. Don't have to run it, of course, because you could just keep drawing into Giovanni's Exile. But it would be interesting. Be very, very interesting indeed. We've got Pokemon Fan Club there. We then have a Welder right here. Looks pretty cool. So attach up to 2 Fire Energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon. If you do, draw 3 cards. I love this. I think this is a great supporter for turn. You're getting so much done here, as well as obviously attaching for turn. You can then add another 2 energies and draw 3 cards. I just love it. I think it's great. You could draw into more energies, you could draw into more supporters, everything. It's great. I really do like it. We're then going to be getting Red's Challenge, which will be our Holo Trainer in the set. So what does it do? Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, search your deck for 1 card and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That 1 card could be literally anything, but it could be great. So yeah, very, very interesting. Moving on, we then have Fighting Dojo. The attacks of Pokemon with basic fighting energy attached, both yours and your opponent's, do 10 more damage. If there is a player with more prize cards remaining, the attacks of their Pokemon with basic fighting energy attached do 40 more damage instead. This stadium does not apply to Ultra Beasts. Buzzwole. That should just say Buzzwole. But yeah, I quite like this. It's going to be a nice addition to a fighting deck to get that more damage going, especially if you are behind. The fact that Ultra Beast can't use it is great. Then we have Dust Island right here. Very, very weird looking thing. There's even a fridge. There's a fridge there. It's great. When a player switches their poisoned active Pokemon with the effect of a trainer card, their new active Pokemon is now poisoned. If there is an effect that alters the amount of damage counters taken from poison, that effect carries over as well. Oh, that is great. So, for example, this is going to be a great stadium, I think, to put with a Muck and a Alolan Muck, because that poison is just going to keep carrying over from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other, if they can't get rid of this. So definitely something that you're going to really want to just like keep going, keep pushing to get that stadium up all the time. Very, very cool. Then our reprinted trainers, I've got to show these off. We have got Fiery Flint, which is in a nice bucket, so that's pretty cool. We then got a Rescue Stretcher right aside a that's not a Pokemon, that's the healing place. We've got a Kiawe, looks very nice. We've got a Cynthia, which looks awesome. And the last card is a Triple Boost Energy, or in English it will actually be Triple Acceleration Energy. What does this do? So, Triple Boost Energy can only be attached to an evolved Pokemon. Boom. Discard Triple Boost Energy at the end of your turn it was attached. So Triple Boost Energy provides 3 colourless energy as long as it is attached to a Pokemon. So it's very good for, obviously, evolved Pokemon. But it's just... I don't know. It's not a replacement for DCE. But obviously it's going to be giving you that. But then you have to discard it. So you're attaching and then it's gone. So as much as I like it, and I think it could be really good for different times of a match, I just don't know whether it would replace DCE as well, because obviously it's not staying. But yeah, that's the last one. That is the last one, Triple Acceleration Energy. So yeah, we've done it, guys. We've got through the whole set. So boom, all sorted. That's great. So we're going to head on over and we're going to check out those full arts and those secret rares just to finish off this video. And yeah, let's do it. Let's head over there right now. Okay, so we're done. We did it, guys. We actually did it, but we're not finished. Oh no, we're not finished. We have got 4 things to sort out at the moment. So we have got, of course, we've got full art trainers, we have got secret rares, and then we have got Guess the GX, the answer, and giving out the next one. So, let's do it, guys. Here we go. So, for the full art trainers, we have got Giovanni's Exile. Well, I want to say that we have, but apparently this won't be coming out in our set, which is rather interesting. So it came out in Double Blaze as a full art, but apparently it won't be coming out in our Unbroken Bonds set. So maybe it might be making its an appearance a little bit later, but we'll have to see. We will have to wait and see. We've also got Welder. This is a pretty interesting one. Pretty interesting indeed. I think with that visor down, it definitely did look like a male, and she's female. It's a female welder, but I like the suit because it reminds me just of like Magmar. It's pretty cool, indeed. And then lastly, we have got Red's Challenge right there. A very, very interesting card. It looks really, really cool. It looks like an explosion tornado going on in the background there. But it's very interesting. Out of all of these, we're going to be getting 2 that are both orange backgrounds. It's pretty interesting, but one's obviously got like a bit of steam and fire, and the other one's got explosions because it's red, and he's got a Pokeball, so watch out. He's going to get you. But out of all of these, I think they're really, really cool. Probably, for me, I'd be looking for Welder. Seeing as Giovanni's Exile won't be in our set, Welder is definitely something I'll be looking for, because it's going to help fire decks. I know Red's Challenge is going to be very popular. It looks good, and I'll be happy to get one, but Welder's definitely, from this set, definitely the one I'm going to be looking for. So, moving on from the full art trainers, let's move on to the secret rares, the gold cards in the set. So, what have we got in particular? Well, we've got Fire Crystal, which I really like. I mean, the card itself looked really cool. It'd be awesome to see some other type of crystals, like a water, maybe not electric, because that's already a broken, that's the broken section at the moment. Like lightning Pokemons are just there like, yeah, we're having a great time, thanks for the support. What about the rest of us? A grass crystal, fantastic. But I really do like this. I think that red works really well with the background. It just looks great, really, really does. There is also a Shrine of Punishment Stadium card. Now, for the life of me, I still cannot find the Pokemon hidden in here. Now, the reason I say that is because with every other one that we've seen, there has been Pokemon in the stadiums. We've had, like, Brooklet Hill, Mount Coronet, that sort of stuff. We've been able to distinguish, oh, look, there is actually a Pokemon there. But I can't see one in this, and I just wonder why. I just can't see one. So if I'm missing something, please let me know. Is there something in this picture that I really am not seeing? Because I just can't see it. Which I was expecting it to just be like a continuous thing, where it's like, you know, Gold Stadium, Pokemon. Possibly not with this one, though. But it does look very, very cool. Very nice indeed. And then our last secret rare card is the Triple Acceleration Energy. The TAE. I wanted to just call it T. I just really wanted to pull the card and go, look, we got T, but we can't. It's TAE. TAE. Triple Acceleration Energy. Whether this one is going to be as expensive as the double colourless, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't really expect it to, but you never know. You really never know. That Fire Crystal might be a good one to get. So it's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So yeah, the secret energies for the set are just secret energies. The secret rares for the set are these guys, although we won't be getting the stadiums. None of the 4 stadiums that we've seen in the past will be getting in this set. That is unfortunate, but they must be coming up soon. We must be getting them in maybe like a secret. We normally do get a little small set with quite a lot of different bits and pieces. Hopefully we would definitely be seeing that in it. So, let's move on from this and of course head over to the Guess the GX. The answer from our previous video, which I think would have been Persian, because we did that yesterday. So, I gave you that picture right there. What was that in particular, guys? You probably would have guessed it. It was Hooper GX. So if you did get that, well done. Well done indeed. So, let's move over to the Guess the GX for this video. So we've got that picture there, that one right there, and that one right there. So let me know in the comments below what you think this GX is, as well as your thoughts on all of the cards. Definitely a very, very big set, this one, but obviously we're going to be getting a nice big chunky set with Unbroken Bonds. I literally cannot wait. I'm about to head off right now to literally go and do it. We're literally going to go and film all the stuff again, film the openings, see what we can pull. I'm hoping that we will definitely be seeing some good stuff. Before that video goes out, though, there will be, I think I'll probably add it on. We'll just quickly, and I mean quickly, go over what the promos are. Just show off what they are, and then obviously crack on with that pre-release. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more of your time, guys. I'm done. I'm literally done. I've spoken so much. So yeah, I will leave it here for this video, and I'll see you guys in a little bit for some more Unbroken Bonds.